Hello and welcome to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. If you would like to check out the game, there is a link in the description, and this video is kindly sponsored by Owlcat Games. And this is something I'm very excited for because this is a spiritual successor, or shall we say, indirect sequel to Pathfinder Kingmaker, and like its predecessor, it is a party-based, story-driven RPG. However, in this one, we are going to be on the path to godhood, potentially. And there are 9 different godlike powers that we can aspire towards, and, well, among them are Lich, Trickster, Legend, Gold, Dragon, Demon, and Angel, among others. And I am so excited about this because I've had a look at the initial start, and I am blown away so much that I really want to show you this. So, new game, and you can obviously play the main story here. So join the struggle against the Worldwound, the epic war between Golarion and the Abyss that has raged for more than 100 years. Up to now, the Crusader armies have barely managed to curb the overwhelming enemy forces, but not for much longer. The Demon Lords are preparing to strike a decisive blow. You will have to harness mythic powers, take command of the 5th Crusade, and lead it against the demonic hordes. And that is where we are going to be focusing on. We are going to be focusing on being that, and aspiring towards becoming a deity, basically. So, this is very cool. If you're into D&D or anything like that, or a very, very big RPG fan, this is something you really should not miss, and the amount of customization that they have provided you in regards to the difficulty is staggering. Absolutely staggering, and you can see exactly why that is. Every single little thing can be customized, and I don't even want to show you the options menu. I should probably show the options menu anyway, but generally, everything in the options menu is, again, customizable. It basically gives you every single little bit that you would want to customize. Otherwise, there's custom story. You can see here that your character takes 80% reduced damage, enemies are extremely weak, your character will not die, and then you have casual, 60% damage reduction of the enemy. And then you have normal, which I'm probably going to be playing on, where enemies do 20% less damage, and they do inflict slightly less damage on critical hits, and your character will not die after suffering a deadly injury for the first time. However, if you play on core, then you will die, and your character can suffer a deadly wound after a rather troublesome hit has been sustained. And as you can quite clearly tell, the red text is saying this is not familiar for the players, not for the people not familiar with the Pathfinder system. And obviously I'm not really familiar with the Pathfinder games, unfortunately. I kind of feel like I've been robbed, because I've not played any of these games before, but I would love to, and so I'm probably going to pick up a bunch of them on sale sometime. There is actually a sale going on right now to, I assume, celebrate the release of the new title, and I believe you could also download it for free over the past week, which I did not do either. So that's definitely something to look out for in the future. Anyway, let's start. And here we go. Okay, so we have a bunch of different characters here. We can even create a custom character if we so desire. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to create a pre-generated one, but highly recommend creating a custom one. So we have Taolin right here, we have Sordara, we have Unilard, we have Rix, who is a gnome rogue. Really? Wow. That's that's kind of amazing. And then we have Marnoon, who is a slayer, a tiefling. And then we have Aingi, who is a sorcerer. Alright, I'm probably going to be playing with Marnoon here. You can see that the difficulty is 1, so it shouldn't be too difficult for us, and it's a dexterity-based character, as well as having a lot of persuasion and knowledge, which I very much appreciate. I also like stealth-based characters, usually, so that's kind of fun, and sneak attacks are always going to be amusing. But of course, every single one of these characters, and indeed the custom character creator, is going to allow you to select whatever you want. Actually, I'm going to select a custom character just because I want to actually show the defaults of that. And you can actually... What? Is this what I actually think it is? You could... Oh, look at that. You can literally upload your own portrait if you want to do that. That is actually amazing. I like that quite a bit. Alright, well, yeah, I'm going to be playing with... I have no idea which portrait I should really go for. I'm not going to play a dwarf, I don't think. Maybe I should go with this guy. Yeah, I'll go with this guy or something like that. Okay, so this is literally just because I want to show you the various classes. There are so many of them. Oh yeah, there are so many of them. You thought I was maybe over-exaggerating? No, no. I'm not over-exaggerating one bit. There is so much choice in this game. I mean, look at this. Alchemist. And then you have every single one of these little classes right here. Then you have Arcanist. All of these classes. Barbarian. Same thing. More classes, more classes, more classes, more classes, and more classes. And it's like, yo, dog, I heard you like classes, so I'll put your classes in your classes. So you can class while you class. Indeed. But yeah, Cleric, Druid, Fighter, Hunter, Inquisitor, Kineticist, Magus, Monk, Oracle, Paladin, Ranger, Rogue, Shaman, Skald, Slayer, Sorcerer, War Priest, Witch, Wizard. And then you have these guys as well, which I don't think I can actually select right now because you are going to need something as a prerequisite to be able to unlock them. And we currently don't have that at the moment, I don't think. Well, maybe we will have it at some point. What is a Blood Rager? They are berserkers who succumb to rage to increase their power in melee fights. They can use a basic set of arcane spells, mostly to empower themselves. As a Blood Rager advances, they gain immunity to certain enemies' tactical advantages. And then you're going to be able to select whatever you want. Reformed Fiend? That's actually hilarious, considering, you know, my channel name, Reform. You get it, you get it. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll probably... Should I just play as a Blood Rager? That sounds really fun to me. Shall we use the recommended build? Sure. Let's use the recommended build, because I'm actually kind of interested to see what happens with this. And I'm going to continue onward. Okay, so they're actually saying that I should use this. But there are so many others that I kind of want to figure that out for myself. So I'm actually going to do that too. So let's have a look. So you can literally play as a fox person if you want. You can play as a Dampier, or you can play as a Tiefling, or half-orc, half-elf, halfling, gnomes, dwarves, humans, and elves. Right, so I think I'm probably going to play... I mean, this has undead resistance. That's pretty fun, right? I don't know, but these look really cool to me. They look really cool. They have acid affinity as well. I have no idea what that really means. What about keen senses? +2 racial bonus on perception checks. I mean, sure, why not? Let's go for that. And then you have the ability to choose your heritage as well. So you can actually have an additional bonus to certain stats. So for example, you can have a gem soul of a crystal O-Red, which is a 2 racial bonus to strengthen charisma and a -2 penalty to wisdom. And then you have Iron Soul, which is having the Lead Blade ability. All melee weapons you are carrying when the spell is cast deal damage as if one size category larger than they actually are. For instance, a medium longsword normally deals 1d8 points of damage, but it would instead deal 2d6 points of damage if benefiting from lead blades. It's a transmutation ability. That sounds like a lot of fun, to be honest. So I'm actually thinking maybe we want to do that. Bear in mind that you can only use these spells once per day, because it uses the standardized sort of D&D formula kind of thing, where some things are going to use spell slots, some things are going to only be usable once per day, some things need to be able to be rested in between, and so on. I think Lead Blade sounds really fun, so I'm probably going to do that. Then we have the background selection right here, so you're going to be able to select what kind of weapon proficiencies you are going for, and generally I think I'm going to just keep with what they suggest here, which is the Lumberjack, which gives me Great Axe, Hand Axe, and Battle Axe weapon proficiency. Having a big axe in my hands should be pretty fun, in my opinion at least. And here we go. Otherwise, we just have strength, constitution, and charisma. And at the moment, I'm pretty happy with these stats. I don't think we really need to think about anything else. They seem pretty balanced to me, so I'm kind of happy with that. But of course, we have a modifier with charisma, constitution, and strength, and that's obviously working in our favor quite nicely. So we'll just continue onward. Then we have skill points. Obviously, you're going to have a massive amount of different skill points that you're going to be able to spend, and I currently have rank 1 athletics. This is a class skill. I have rank 1 perception as well, but bear in mind that I already have a little bit of this because of my class and various other things that I've selected already, so we should be absolutely fine there. No more points to spend there. And then we have a feat that I can use. So I have a power attack right here. What does this do? So when your base attack bonus reaches +4. Okay, so this bonus is increased by half if you're making an attack with a two-handed weapon, a one-handed weapon using two hands, or a primary natural weapon that adds 1.5 times your strength modifier on damage rolls. This bonus to damage is halved if you are making an attack with an offhand weapon or secondary natural weapon. Right. Can I use this all the time? Seems like I can use this almost all the time, but bear in mind it is going to make it harder for us to hit with this. So that is obviously a little bit problematic. I think persuasive might be really fun though. But I think we'll just go with the power attack. We're basically just wanting to be as powerful as possible in damage situations. And then we'll continue onward to Celestial. This gives us the bonus feats of Dodge, Improved Initiative, Iron Will, Mobility, Toughness, and Weapon Focus. That seems pretty good to me, to be honest. So I'm thinking we'll probably just go with that. Bear in mind you can choose Draconic as well, and you can choose Infernal if you want to. And Arcane. Can you select multiple? No, you can only select one. That's absolutely fine. And then you have the deity here. So you could choose your deity, and this is going to determine what kinds of things you're going to be relatively good at. So, for example, this guy has the domains of Earth, Law, Nobility, Protection, and Travel. And his favored weapon is a light crossbow. Okay, so now this is where we probably want to be a little bit careful, because when I played through before, I got a light crossbow. And let's just say that's probably not going to really work out too well for a Blood Rager. So I'm thinking I'm going to look for a god that might give us something like a Great Axe. Great Sword? Seems like a Great Sword might be quite fun. There's a Trident, Longsword, Unarmed Strikes, Quarterstaff. I mean, literally, look at how much there is to select. You're really not going to long for anything. They basically have every single thing here that you could ever want. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have any of... Oh, there's the Great Axe. What do I actually need? I should be able to get this. What is the alignment? Alignment is... Chaotic Neutral, Neutral Evil, Chaotic Evil. Current value is neutral. So if I go up here and I go for... What about Lawful Evil? I'm thinking Lawful Evil might be quite good. So let's go for that. Can I now select that? No, it seems not. We don't have the archetype of Priest of Balance or the Feral Champion or the Angel Fire Apostle. Alright. Well, never mind then. Okay, so let's have a look. Is there anything here that I would like to go for? I mean, there's so many. I mean, Earth? I'm not entirely sure if that's actually any good for us. Lore, Protection, Strength, War. We want... Oh, I mean, it's Lawful Evil, right? So Evil and Lore would probably be pretty good. Well, what about this one? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Once mortal god of thievery and assassination, as well as a keeper of secrets. He is called the Reaper of the Reputation by some, but he has more insidious titles among worshippers who venerate his other three aspects. Okay, yeah. Maybe not the best idea for a guy that's running around with a big hammer, I guess. Okay. Well, I'm thinking probably this one. Maybe. I don't know. Let's I mean, let's just go for this one then, I guess. I can't really figure it out right now, so we'll just go with that. And then we have body types here that you're going to be able to select, and you can basically customize your character however you so desire, and there's a number of different colors here as well for your skin. And then you have 6 different hairstyles too. I have no idea what to really go for, but the hair colors are actually quite fantastical for this race. Very much appreciate that. So many different kinds, and you can actually have a beard, really. A beard made of crystal, basically. That's actually really cool. And then you have war paint as well if you want to select that. And you have primary colors, secondary colors for your armor. Very cool looking stuff.
I have no use for this.
And then you have voices. Look at how many different voices we have available.
I'll carve my name onto your flesh.
Strike as one. This is my path.
Let us bide our time.
Let's hear you cry!
Calm down. Not dead yet.
Ah! Entertainment! Beautiful. I'll need to review this spell later.
Oh, okay, I see. I think I'll go for Madman because that's just so amusing to me, I think.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty fun. So let's go with that. And our name, I have no idea what name to choose, to be honest. So I'm thinking we'll probably just go for one of my standards. So we will go for something like... Should I really go for one of them? Blimey. There we go, Blimey. Ah, yes. Whew, a different name for once. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, so now... birth date. Oh, wow. Okay, I have no idea, to be honest. Let's do this one. I have no idea if this makes any difference, actually, but let's do that.
All I see is blackness.
There we go. All right, so we're basically done, and I am very interested to see how my custom character does. Let's face it, this is probably not going to work out too well, but I am very, very intrigued. Let's complete character creation and move on.
Hey, somebody! We got a wounded fighter. Can we get a healer over here?
My, would you look at this? But why would you drag a wounded fighter into the middle of the festival square? Couldn't he be carted off somewhere else, like, oh, I don't know, an infirmary? Or an accommodating ditch?
Make room, everyone! Step back! Now, what's the matter? What happened to him? The wound looks nasty. Who did this to him?
Demons, Prelate. We found him barely alive outside the walls of Canabris.
The walls, you say? Enemy doesn't usually stray so close to the city. Must fortify the defenses. And you, hold fast. Don't die. We'll see you right. We'll get you patched up now. But first, you there, guard. Take his weapons. Bearing arms is not permitted during the festival. Wounded or not, everyone must abide by the rules. He can get his things back after the festival. O Inheritor, leader of our troops, the sharpened edge of our blades and the unyielding strength of our armor, Iomade, I beseech you, grant your mercy. Heal his wounds.
The magic envelops you, but your pain lessens only slightly. And we have 4 options. Now, if you don't know anything about the Pathfinder series, this game continues the wonderful choice. Make a choice, get a consequence, make a choice, get a consequence. Whether that happens right away or in the future, then, well, you're going to find out. But generally, choices do make a significant difference to what happens in the game. And so I assume most of these choices, at least right now, at least this one, will not make that much of a difference. But in the future, there will definitely be those choices where you think to yourself, oh wow, okay, probably gonna have a bit of a hard time deciding here. Anyway, We can either ask for water, we can say I won't give up that easily, or we can say let me die, or we can just grit your teeth in silence. I think I would just grit my teeth in silence.
My powers are not enough here. Someone call for Terendelev. You then! Yes, you! Stop dithering and gawping and make yourself useful! Go and get Terendelev!
Prelate, surely there is somebody else here better suited to running errands.
I'll get her! Terendelev! Has anyone seen Terendelev?
Be quick about it before it's too late! Now, who are you? I don't remember seeing you before, and I have an excellent memory for faces.
Alright, well, what is a crazy guy gonna say? What is a madman gonna say? I'm gonna say, I'm blimey. Because then he's expected to know what that means, right?
That's the first I've heard of that name. Who are you then? What's your business in the city?
My dear prelate, please, for the sake of the festivities, stop interrogating this poor man. He has been through enough already. Go on. I'll take care of him.
All right, as you wish. You are our protector, and a dragon at that. So I shall defer to your wisdom. But be on your guard. I've been informed he was wounded near Canabris. That means the demons are prowling just outside the walls, and the city is crawling with their spies. Others may be able to relax on this holiday, but not you or I. Not the defenders of this city.
Muttering discontentedly, the old man walks off.
Pry loose the grudging grip of pain. Cast off the veil of suffering flesh. Let light and life go forth in triumph to repel the skulking shade of death. There.
Alright, so there you go. She has actually restored us back to our former glory. Can I say glory? I don't know. Anyway. A crazy guy, what is he going to say? Are you really a dragon? I think so.
You don't believe me? Perhaps I should retake my true form and engulf this square with my ice breath to win your trust. Pay no mind to my current guise. I appear this way when I walk among the people. I would hamper the festivities if I tried to attend in my true form.
Well, thank you for helping me.
I accept your thanks, but my work is not yet done.
Can I go?
Certainly, but be careful. I am not entirely sure what the demons did to you. This wound is no ordinary injury, and it was inflicted by no ordinary weapon. I have managed to get you back on your feet, but I have not yet healed you fully. Alas, sooner or later, your pain will return. But do not be discouraged. You will recover, I promise you that. Tomorrow, come to the cathedral and say that you are expected by Terendelev, protector of Canabris. We will find a way to help you. But for now, put this out of your mind and enjoy the festival. They are all too rare in this time of war, and merriment is one of the best medicines.
Alright, so it is now time for us to wander around and check out the festival. And they're going to give me a bunch of tutorials, but I know most of the basic ones, so I shouldn't need them so much. But yeah, you can basically right mouse button to move around, and you can see exactly where you're going. WASD is obviously to move the camera, and you can also rotate the camera with holding the middle mouse button as you do, or you can use Q and E, as you can see right there, easy enough. And I think for me specifically, I'm going to head over here and partake in a couple of festival games. And you can also interact with various objects. Seems like we actually hit a bullseye right there. Who would have thought it? Alright, we're going to head on over. We're going to take a look at the rest of the festival. As you can see, there's a huge amount going on. And there's a massive amount of people in the area too. There's a lot of very famous faces. Obviously, Terendelev being one of them. Overrun being another. And there's a lot of nobles and citizens and various guards in the area too. Anyway, we're going to head over here because there's another little interactable we can take part in. Okay, now, here's the thing. I don't think this guy talked to me before. If he did, I didn't listen too closely, and I had no idea he literally said, "Blimey." I literally thought to myself, wait a minute, they didn't voice that, did they? Yeah, they did. They absolutely did, and I have no idea. Wow, that must have been in the back of my mind or something like that. Anyway, care to lend me a weapon? I'll try to fight the demons.
Sure thing. Here, take this. Best crossbow I've got. The person who made it said it could pierce the hide of a demon lord even. Good luck! Try not to get eaten now!
The halfling's words are drowned out by a terrible rumbling and the rustling of countless tiny wings.
A mortal gnat snaps its jaws at the Lord of Locusts. Behold, Iomade. Behold the death I sow.
The silver dragon, Terendelev, the defender of Canabras, fell in battle. Hardly surprising, as she had to fight the demon lord Discari himself. He willed the land to part and swallow all who dared to stand in his way. But the war was still far from over.
And so, with that, let us continue down into the chasm which we fell. And here we are. Alright, so the game's auto-saved, thankfully, and we have charge here as well, so charge is obviously going to be used in combat. I have no weapons right now. You may have thought, yes, I have a crossbow. Well, yeah, I do have a crossbow, and I might be able to utilize it, but I am I'm not thinking I'm going to be that good with it. It is a dexterity-based weapon, after all. And then, of course, you do have your little log down here, which you can expand all the way to the top if you so desire. I think I will expand it a little bit, because we do want to see quite a lot of the actions that we're taking, and just, you know, get a bit more used to doing that sort of thing.
Oh, holy mother of...
A small woman with messy brown hair winces in pain, uttering a stream of curses through clenched teeth. She is pinned to the ground by a couple of weighty boulders.
Hey, stay with me. You actually got pretty lucky. You fell down into a black hole. But at least you're not on your own. You've got a great companion. Everything's going to be just fine. Tell me something. Can you feel your legs?
I feel them all right. Wouldn't say no to a little less feeling in them. My ankle's killing me, but my back seems to still be in one piece. My head, too.
That's all that matters. Now, we're going to... Hey! Fancy meeting you down here. You're the one that Terendelev healed today, right? You aren't injured, are you? Will you help me get her out from under the boulders?
Alright, so now this is when things start to really pick up, because this is when those wonderful D&D mechanics start to creep into the world, and I really love those. Basically every single... Oh, look at this. Literally, Diplomacy 12 evil. Oh, I love those. I love those kinds of things. Okay. So, frequently you have to make a skill check during dialogue. Here, for example, we are trying to help Seela fetch Anevia from beneath the rubble. The result of such checks determines how events subsequently pan out. Such a check is usually performed by the character with the highest bonus in the appropriate skill. Right, so if we want to use athletics, then we can do that. If we want to use knowledge, then we can also do that. That might be pretty fun. We don't have to rely on brute strength for this. I'll try to find something to use as a lever. So, yeah, we could probably do that. Oh, we literally failed it. Either the sticks you found aren't suitable, or you're just not using them correctly, but your efforts come to nothing.
I don't think you're gonna get anywhere with that. Why don't I just...
Using all of her strength, the knight moves the boulder and drags the wounded woman out from under the rubble. After making sure her charge is alright, the knight allows herself to catch her breath and wipe the sweat from her brow. Oh well. Okay, so unfortunately because of this, now Seela has become fatigued and she has incurred a temporary penalty to some of her abilities. If our skill check had actually worked, then there would have been nothing to worry about and she would have been fighting fit.
Damn it all. I think it's broken. Oh well, I've had worse. I'll just make myself a splint out of something. Thanks for the help. I wouldn't have lasted long on my own stuck under there. I'm Anevia Tirabade, of the Eagle Watch. I was overseeing security at the festival square. I thought maybe spies or demon worshippers might have something nasty planned. What actually happened, though, now that I did not see coming. I don't think anyone could have been prepared for that.
Well, I'm Seela, paladin by the grace of Iomade. I crossed the whole continent to come to Mendev and fight demons. And well, I've been fighting for a while now. I don't even want to think what might be happening up there in the city. Canabres has lost the protection of Terendelev, and of the Wardstone too, looks like. It's a relic without equal. It was placed here personally by Iomade's herald, with the goddess's blessing. I really wanted to go see it, to pray before it. But there's no point worrying about a stone when there are people dying in the streets.
Yeah, things are looking grim enough, but don't lose heart. Wardstone or no, dragon or no, Canabres will never give in. Simple as. Well, we've introduced ourselves. What about you?
And then we have a whole bunch of different options. I came here to fight the Abyss. I'm a scholar. One person's war is another person's opportunity. I am led by destiny. I'm a traveler and I just wound up here by chance. Or my name is Blimey. Yes, my name is Blimey.
Good to meet you. Now, tell us all about yourself.
Whoa, girl. Slow down. Exchanging names is enough for now. We don't have time to be swapping life stories. We need to find a way out of here. Now then, I'll hobble my way out of here somehow. The city ain't far, only 30 paces or so. That's if you're going straight up, of course. I'm afraid we're gonna have to go the long way round.
To summarize, there are 3 of us, with 5 working legs, 3 pairs of decent hands, 2 clear heads, and 1 made of wood. That's mine. Underground monsters beware! Anevia, you stay behind us. You're in no fit state to fight. If we do come up against anything, the 2 of us will try to manage on our own first. Well, onward! May the good deities lead us back to the open sky soon.
And now that our party has several characters, we can select them by holding Alt and then pressing 1 to 6, or we can just drag a box over them. If you want to select your entire party, then you can just press backspace if you want to. I'm mostly going to be using the good old left click and drag option. And I think with that, that's probably a good place to end this episode. I will be back with another one, because I love this game, and I want to play more of it. If you'd like to check out Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, there is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.